That looks a bit more like a threat. And that looks like a bod. I was expecting that door to be sealed. So which way do we go first? Do we go this way or do we go and investigate the bod? It's just security, no one important. All of these doors open though, I'm surprised at that. Let's go the non-obvious way first. Okay, there's not a lot going on in this non-obvious route, although there is this box which is highlighted. Oh good, it's safe.
Hey, that's impressive.
Yeah, we'll grab a couple of bits from it. We don't need all the weapons, we're probably close to overweight as it is. No. More Dead Rizzo security. Ah, more of these nutbags.
What could that have been?
Here we go!
Don't you turn that at me upside down!
Yeah, crew can probably finish that guy off.
Back me with your car!
Although for that it's gone up top.
One down. Everyone
So I guess we'll finish that one off. And yeah, you're right, Pavs. It's around in purple goop. Which doesn't seem very good for you. How are you two doing for armor? 77. Only 48 for max, so yeah, probably want to pop this armor on max. 66, so it's still medium, but it's significantly better. That's actually even better still, because that's 89. There you go, have some brawny construction gear. Now, where's our target gone? It's just upstairs, okay.
Here they come.
Oh,
make
there we
quite a
go,
team,
we've got
my
a key.
friend.
Now we need to go and find somewhere to put the key in. So, more sprats. General loot in this room, but it might be a shortcut to where we need to be. Certainly looks like it. Oh, hello.
You there. By the law, you seem to have your wits about
It's
you.
Mabel.
I'm saved.
She looks like she's been stuck here for an age.
I mean, what are you doing here?
We're realigning Phaeton.
You what? But I'm the captain. The gyroscopic realignment procedure is my job.
Yep, and how's that going for you?
Look, you don't understand. It's not safe out there. The only people I've seen down here tried to kill me. The automechs are shooting anything that moves.
That's what they do.
And then there's the canids.
I've dealt with Canids before.
Not like these. Rizzo's was feeding them Spectrum or something. I don't know. But whatever it is, they got mean. And big. Crashing into a storm, succumbing to crushing atmospheric pressure. Those are later problems.
It's not safe to stay in there forever, Captain. Let me help you.
Please, I don't need help. I can leave whenever I want. I'm just not ready yet.
You're the captain. Do you want to live like a coward or do you want to die like a hero?
Live like a coward. Shit. Oh, right. I see what you're trying to do. And it's working. I'll let you help. Meet me at the engineering overlook above the gyroscope. And bring the GAC. Just watch your step. The automechanicals will fire on anything that moves. Except for their captain, of course.
So you can't make an exception for me?
I'm a captain, not an engineer. Still, you might be able to avoid some of them if you come through here.
Good enough. So, the door's open. We can sneak through. Thanks for that, Mabel. You've been very helpful. Now, we're not going to avoid them all, though, from the sound of things. We've got to get over there.
Here we go!
So I guess we'll just shoot some of them. There's one over there, is there? Get your butts out of the way, everyone.
Investigating.
There's a couple more hanging around. They're a bit sus.
Here they come!
Oh. Yep, you have fun, guys. Well, Max is taking a bit of damage by the look of it. Yep. Yep, bit of damage was taken by the crew there. But that's fine, perhaps. Now we're into Canaan country.
Nice hit!
Yeah. Is that flamethrower going to finish him off nice and quick? Not especially. Maybe Pavati was like half injured as well. But that's okay. We got the Canaan down. So we can go that way, but there's also this door, so let's unbar that just to be on the safe side. Now what's up? More Canaan? Probably. Meet Mabel. And there's the terminal. Yeah. Much going on up here? That guy got axed. Bronzehide. Is that a special axe? It is. Why would that have been left in the body of someone just down here? That suggests there's going to be more crazy people around. But no, there's Canids. Okay. So just ping these buggers down. One of them fled a bit, which is nice. This one is actually getting in some licks, so I guess we'll give it a bit of whatever it's called.
Their defeat.
TTD, that's the one. Yeah, let's have a little huff. We can afford to. We've got more than enough stuff left to huff. Oh, there's another Canid.
Here we go!
Let's blind it at least. And it should go down pretty quick. It's also scared.
We're pretty good at this!
We are pretty good at this. This lift is extremely slow. Hang on, Mabel. I'm coming. Why does it now just say realign gyroscope? You still up there, Mabel? I hope she hasn't been needled. Nope, she's still alive. Good. Hello.
By the law, those Canids are done for. We did it, friend.
We did. We sure did.
Anyway, I was thinking, you should do the honors. Realign Phaeton, since you've been such great help in all of this.
Yeah, I'd be honoured. Why not? Well, I might just let Pavati do it. I'm sure she'll have fun with it. So, execute the GARP. Oh, it's done. Please interface with Phaeton to confirm the attitude adjustment. We can do that. Now, anything else to add?
Nicely done. Someone should really give you a promotion.
Yeah, they should. You got any loot on you that I can snatch? No, I can't seem to pick up pockets. Okay. Back we go then. This is a loot room at least. And then up the corridor. And let's see where we end up. Dead Sprat. Poor little thing. And we're back out in... yeah. Cool. We're just out here in the general navigation centre. Which means we can head back up and confirm the realignment.
Greeting protocols suspended. Checking for gyroscopic alignment. Gyroscopic alignment confirmed. Rizzo's thanks you for your assistance.
Well, I mean, in general, Rizzos can go fuck themselves, but yeah, we'll take a level up. Now, hacking is a skill that we need to raise a bit, I think. We're very close on lockpicking to 150. I want to go for hacking, I think. Then perks. Whenever you use the inhaler, companions are revived. That seems useful. And then for said companions, let's have a look. Duration of status effects, why not? I assume their abilities have status effects. Otherwise they wouldn't have that as an option. And off we go. So now we're going to get back to the other mission, which I was doing last time, which is the Prince of Tossball. You're going to go find Bertie. So we may as well fast travel to the luxury landing pad, I think. Yeah. Although, no, front entrance. Now we need to gain access to another new area. Oh.
Damn you!
Also enemies, I guess. That one's almost dead. Where's that slug? There it is. Whee!
Everyone all right?
Cool. Yep, that seems to be that out of the way. Now, intercom.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access and... Welcome to the Piraeus Spaceport.
Lovely. Thanks, Ted. So, the Piraeus Spaceport is where the booze came from that was dropped near the mascot that was needled. So there might be clues around here. But either way, there's an entry point. Yep, nothing else around. So in we go to the spaceport. Let's see what's what.
I don't like...
Oh.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Sluglight Underground
Sluglight.
don't like that much.
Slug light? Would that be some form of bioluminescence? No? Nothing?
No, Max.
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw!
So yeah, so this is obviously just some idiots. But let's intimidate them. Let's stare at him whilst hovering my hand over my gun.
What? Why ain't you doing nothing? You scared of us? Huh? Huh?
And now let's move one finger.
I'm sorry. We're sorry. Please don't hurt us. We're not bad people. We're just confused.
Clearly you are confused. But yeah, start making sense or I'll show you what your lungs look like.
Okay. Anything you want. Just leave my insides where they are. Someone paid us to say we were Slug and intimidate you. I don't know who, I swear it. They only ever sent notes. That's everything I know, honest. We were only gonna rough you up a little. You gotta believe me. And we're real sorry.
Get out of here, you bum.
I don't need to tell us twice. Come on, all. Let's get the hell out of here.
So yeah, that was a pretty pathetic attempt to intimidate us. Now we've got a dry goods store, the Harbour Master's office, and the Constable's office. Now, last time I came I went straight into the Constable's office, but we're not going to do that right away this time, because one of the side quests will bring us back there anyway. So let's
I
go
wonder if all
down.
these cargo containers are stored here for any legitimate reason. Or just to give
Buy a bunk, huh? I think I'll stick to my cabin, thanks.
Yeah, buy a bunk. Lovely little bunks that you can buy to just rent out, basically, and live in. Don't they all look lovely? Ooh, Slugworker Identity cartridge, we'll have that. But yeah, one of these contains a depressing but not terribly surprising sign. I guess it's one of the ones that's a bit further around.
Hey, pal. Over here.
Auric, we'll come back to you, friend. Yeah, there we go. These bunks are in fact very radioactive. All of them. Not the best places to be, all told. But here we go, we've got the Copper Bottom Cantina. And we've got friend Bertie. He's disguised as a bellhop, you see. No one's going to know him. But we've also got this guy.
Hey, you! I got something I need to speak with you about.
Hey, Dash.
Hey there. Word around the spaceport is that you came in on the Unreliable. You a new crewmate?
So he knew Alex Hawthorne from the sound of things. So, yeah. Hawthorne's dead. The ship was left to me.
I see. Well, this would have been easier with Hawthorne, but I hope that if you're flying his ship, it means you're a freelancer too. Wonder if you can help me.
I'm listening.
I run an outfit for the moving of less than legal goods. There's a particular piece of cargo needs delivering to a particular individual in the spaceport. Thing is, I don't know where the cargo is right now. The crewmate who handles that is in the clink for getting a little too disorderly in town. We've already attracted too much attention. Too risky to visit her myself. That's where you come in. You help us out, I'll give you an equal cut of our pay.
I'm in. What do we need to do?
Great to hear. First, you need to go meet the crewmate who got herself jailed. Cassidy Mills is the name. She'll know where the cargo is.
And how will she know that I'm working with you?
Oh, yeah, right. We have a secret phrase. I like boneless spratwurst. Say that and she'll know you're a friend.
That is an interesting passphrase. Who came up with that?
Well, I did, of course. I'm something of a savant when it comes to secret codes, if I do say so myself.
Okay. Couldn't you have avoided this if you both knew where the cargo was?
Could, but there'd go our plausible deniability. Technically, I don't know about any smuggled cargo, and Cassidy hasn't moved anything herself. If the constable asks, I can't find any contraband cargo, and Cassidy doesn't know how it got here or what's in it.
Sounds good. I'll get going.
Be seeing ya. Remember, Cassidy's at the constabulary. She might be a little wary, so be careful.
Cool. We will take care of that. Should we do it right now before we speak to Bertie? Why not? Let's clear up this one quest and then we'll come back and chat to the Big B. So back we go to the old constabulary. And let's see. I came in through a different door last time, didn't I? There's the main entrance. Yeah, here we go. Let's pretend I just came in through the main entrance. Hello, Deputy Wine Taster 306B.
Greetings, non-criminally associated individual. The Rizzo's constabulary is currently not closed due to a sprat infestation. Bureaucratic processes are currently suspended. At present, criminal reports do not require paperwork. Please lament only in marked lamentation zones. Please speak clearly into this unit's recording instruments.
Your designation is Deputy Wine Taster, so why are you in the constabulary?
Error. Unit designation no longer wine taster. Unit designation now deputy.
If you used to be a wine taster mechanical, what's your favourite wine?
Unit does not have a favorite wine. Unit is incapable of taste.
Alright then.
How may this unit be of service to you?
Goodbye, basically. That's all we needed from that guy. It's just an amusing conversation about that. And then my next thing was to come over here.
Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit. Please explicate your defense into this unit's recording equipment.
My permit wasn't expired, Scrap Heap. You probably just scanned it wrong.
Error. Unit's permit reading equipment was updated only last week. Please tell a different lie.
Tell a different... You're a mechanical. You ain't got the foggiest idea whether I'm telling the truth or not.
Correct. Criminal. However, Constable Keen has decreed that this unit will remain here, questioning you every minute until you submit a confession. Error. Information on recent exchange lost. Restarting conversation. Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit.
You know what? My permit was fake after all. Let me out of here.
And so justice was done. Now, Singularity Steel sawed-off shotgun. So, Singularity Steel, the renowned space pirate gun hand and gardener. So yeah, this is a prop, but a sawed-off shotgun is apparently a thing. But yeah, here's a body.
Oh. Oh no. No, 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 no.
Yep.
Timeline discrepancy. An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, the body of Maria Keene, formerly the constable of the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. No signs of life detected. Maria Keene is survived by no known relatives.
So yeah, small wounds, shot in the head and neck.
Excellent observation, Inspector. Multiple wounds located in the frontal bone and between the clavicles suggest she was facing away from her attacker. Furthermore, the location and circumference of exit wounds suggest a firearm with unconventional ammunition.
Such as the Needler, perhaps. Yeah, that sounds like the same weapon that killed the mascot.
Yes, Inspector. These entry wounds match the profile previously detected on the Rizzo's Rangers mascot. Constable Maria Keene was likely killed by someone wielding the Needler.
And there's some casings on the ground.
These casings are too minuscule for conventional small-caliber firearms. Each casing resembles a lancing needle used for medical and surgical purposes.
Let's scan her blood for toxins.
High concentration of potassium chloride detected. Trace amounts of neurotoxin detected.
So that would have stopped her heart.
These substances show the highest concentration near the entry and exit wounds. Cardiac arrest, rather than physical trauma, is the most likely cause of death.
Number 5, make a note. Find whoever did this and make them pay.
Your memo has been noted. This unit has been programmed to offer encouragement during moments of emotional strain. Banter protocol activated. We'll find the sprat bastards responsible, Inspector.
Damn right we will. So, Spectrum Vodka Orange. So the constable's been taken out as well. Whole lot of people getting needled. And we've also picked up a keycard so we can have a look at this terminal. Now, interment logs. So this is the logs based on everyone who's in the cells. Cassidy Mills. Suspected smuggling. So yeah, it seems like she's not very good at her job. But then security footage archive. Nothing listed in there. Messages. And we've got a message here from Lou. Prayer Spaceport is technically outside my jurisdiction. Keep an eye on Cedric, yeah. And he's going to find her a valuable place in the Rizzo's family down the line. Okay. And then data recovery, we can do that. And we can write a new archive thing. Basically, yeah, here we go. Redacted text. Text redacted by order of Lou. So this is to do with Burbage 3001, the acting robot. someone accessed their behavior overrides, updated their hostility protocols, and told them to patrol the ballroom at the Grand Colonial. And then their targeting parameters were updated, their weapon systems were activated, and then their memory was wiped after that. So it feels like, basically, that Lou programmed the robot, Burbage 3001, to shoot anyone in the ballroom, which happened in this case to be Halcyon Helen. So it seems pretty damning evidence that Lou is behind the murder. But we'll go on anyway. So we've got a spacer, we've got Cassidy Mills.
Don't think I know you. What do you want?
I like bonus Spratwurst.
Yep, that sure is the passphrase, even if it is dumb as hell. What's Dash's plan?
I'm the mark for the item removal, so tell me what you know and where I'm going.
You're looking for cargo from our ship, the Rat King. Small package, wrapped in brown paper. It got moved to the shipping yard, but I'm not completely sure where.
How am I supposed to find it then?
I'm sure some sluggite knows how to find it, or has it listed in a terminal. All else fails, you could just case the joint. Might end up with some extra loot for your troubles.
Lovely. So that's the next step of the plan. I suppose at this point we should also pop into the dry goods store and see what's going on in there, because we've got some guff to sell.
Reminds me of Moreau's. Just a bit.
Hello, Joseph.
Hello. Welcome to Eridano's Dry Goods and Sundry, the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. I'm Marketeer Joseph Dempsey, here to make your shopping experience as pleasant and normal as possible.
That's not even slightly suspicious. Standard and unremarkable, you said.
Hey, folks take a lot of comfort in knowing their neighborhood general store is unchanging, eternal, like the land beneath their feet or the air in their lungs. Whoops, forgot I ain't supposed to poeticize on work time. The drab nature of our store profits is what I meant. Now, can I sell you anything?
Let me see what you've got. And lovely, that's our inventory brought down to a much more reasonable level. And now down we go, I
don't know
guess.
what to make of Sublight Underground. Or Slug, I guess. I can't shake the feeling they had something to do with Ms. Helen's death.
Right, smuggled goods. Seem to be looking over this way. We've already picked up a Slug Worker's ID card, so that's good. Oh. Are you in here, smuggled goods?
Impressive, as always.
Nope. But they might be somewhere around this area.
We're the future.
Or we could just go in here, I guess. Hello, friend.
You one of the new workers? A lost tourist? Wait, I don't care. Just don't knock anything over.
Package I'm looking for from the Rat King.
Sure do. Why are you interested in it? You authorized? Not that I care, but something untoward happens, it'll be my ass on the line.
Yes, it's evidence in the murder investigation.
You're that, Inspector? Alright, here's the package. Anyone asks? Tell them I don't even work here. Simpler that way.
Bye. Cool. That saved us some work. Now, up we go to speak to Cass again. She'll tell us where we need to deliver said package to.
You're back, I see. Hope the law hasn't caught on to what you're doing. Law meaning authorities, that is, not the forces running the universe.
Okay, I got the cargo. What's next?
No complications? Grand. The recipient is Joseph Dempsey. He runs the Eridano's Dry Goods and Sundry.
Cool, one delivery. Coming right up. And back we go once again to our new friend Joseph. This unremarkable drab store.
Welcome back. The Eridano's Dry Goods and Sundry is just as standard and unremarkable as when you left it.
Excellent. Here's a shipment of something for you.
A shipment, you say? The only shipment I'm expecting is 100 pounds of Saltuna a week from now. And I certainly don't expect it to be brought by an inspector.
That makes sense. But What if this package was bonus Spratwurst?
Is that supposed to be some kind of code phrase? It has no nuance, no subtlety. Sticks out like a bent nail. A constable could detect that from the other side of Eridanos.
True.
I learn about secret codes in my off time. For fun. It's never anything that I actually need to use, mind.
Good. Yeah, let's just go with Persuade. I might be investigating the death, but I'm no constable. You can trust me.
An independent, huh? Be a big risk letting you into my sanctum. Though if you're telling the truth, I think it'd be more than worth it. All right. Follow me to the back.
Yay. And now we can get into his inner sanctum. It's full of loot.
All right. So, as you can see, this actually ain't the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. Welcome to my black market. Whatever you're here for, weapons, information, contraband, cane and ointment, I've got it. Sorry for the frosty reception. Had to make sure you weren't with the constable. But seeing how you're a freelancer, I hope I ain't got nothing to worry about.
No, I can be trusted.
Good. A worthy freelancer is hard to find. Since you're in the know, you can access my black market stocks, though you'll have to come by later. I'm waiting on my next shipment. Here's your pay. Good doing business with you, especially seeing how you didn't take this to the constable. Would have been a mighty pain in my tail end.
Cool. And I suppose you can tell us what's in the box, right?
See? No. But I might tell you what's in it, so long as it's nothing proprietary, volatile, or breathing. Let's have a little look. Contraband weapon parts, a few chemicals for the crafting of high explosives. All fairly standard. Oh, and a canister of trimethyl sulfoxide. Where dimethyl sulfoxide is good at keeping folks in stasis, trimethyl sulfoxide is nice for helping refrigerators run. Useful stuff.
Lovely. Goodbye. And there we go. We just need to pop back to C-Dash now, I think. So we can come out this way. And we can sneak through there. And then we can find a ladder that will take us down. Where is said ladder? There it is. And down we go, and this should bring us back out by the canteen. Or close to it.
Hope the job's coming along well. No sign of the constable, which really makes me more nervous.
One package delivered and signed for.
Excellent. Let's divvy up the payment 3 ways and we can consider this matter settled.
Yeah, let's actually do that.
Thank the law. Should be just enough to get Cass out of her damn cell. I guess breaking even is better than leaving with your partner in the clink. You might not be Hawthorne, but you can sure resolve a problem like he could. Maybe better. Thanks again for all your help.
Anytime, bud. And that will bring us on to Black Hole Bertie.